In partnership with Redpoint Ventures, we are at Nasdaq's MarketSite celebrating the Redpoint InfraRed 100 list. My name is Christina Ayanian, and joining me today is CEO of LiveKit, Russ. Russ, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Christina.
Let's talk about LiveKit. What do you do and what does the company do?
So LiveKit is open source APIs and infrastructure that make it really easy for developers to build live video and audio-based features. We started the company during the pandemic and largely in response to the pandemic as well. Online video has been huge for over a decade, but in that same period of time, live video has mostly been used for just a single use case, video conferencing. So apps like Zoom and WebEx. When we were all living at home on our computers for a couple of years post-2020, that's when I think developers and users really started to explore the space of how compelling live experiences could be built and delivered over the internet. So apps like Twitch and TikTok and Discord, for example, they all added audio and video-based features to their apps, and then entirely new experiences were also built. The problem was building these types of applications wasn't easy. The existing tools and infrastructure, they were really designed, and logically so, for video conferencing. We saw an opportunity in the market to build general purpose media infrastructure which could serve this rapidly expanding number of real-time use cases we saw developers building.
So you're essentially allowing developers to build and create this engaging live content.
That's correct, yeah. We make it really easy for them to stream media anywhere around the world between different users.
So what makes LiveKit unique?
So I would say that the thing that makes us truly unique is our view of this market and our approach to it. We believe that in the future, most applications will be multiplayer and incorporate live video or audio in some form. Said differently, we believe that real-time infrastructure will become a commodity. And that kind of informs everything that we do from a product perspective. When it comes to scale, our system is architected to handle millions. Wow. When it comes to price, the entire market has coalesced around a value-based pricing model called the participant minute. And so the infrastructure provider charges the developer for every single minute that someone is using their application. We took a different path. So we have this disruptive cost-based or cost-plus based pricing model which looks a lot more like AWS or GCP, the way that they charge for their services. When you take the scale and pricing differences between us, it now enables a whole new set of applications to be built, which otherwise would have been either constrained by scale or economically infeasible. And we've also seen this pattern happen with virtually every software category, for infrastructure primarily, where when a developer need for a type of tool becomes widespread, an open source company emerges and becomes a default choice. And so we've seen that with MongoDB and document databases. We've seen it with stream processing and Confluent. And we're starting to see this now with media streaming and media processing and LiveKit becoming that default choice.
That's incredible. So you're a very developer-friendly platform and you're very customer-centric in that sense. You're a tech company, but you're always focused on that end consumer and how to really distribute the best content as fast as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how are developers using your APIs?
So when we first built this system or this infrastructure, we knew it would be used for more than just video conferencing because we designed it to be general purpose. But the number and variety of use cases has just been mind-blowing. So there are folks that are building live or virtual offices and classrooms and concert venues, stadiums. There are other folks that are building autonomous drones and self-driving trucks and police drones. The number of different types of use cases has been incredible, but I would say that they kind of fall into a certain set of buckets. So there's video conferencing, of course, but then there's live streaming and robotics and telephony, so anything you would use the phone for, you can use real-time voice for, logistics, and spatial computing. So video games, AR, VR, the Vision Pro, when that's a platform available to developers, that will be something that would fall in that category as well.
That's so interesting. There's so many different use cases. Do you have a favorite so far?
There are a few that are close to my heart, but I would say that my favorite use case is this one company who they're building software for 911 dispatch. And so I don't know if you're familiar with how 911 works, but it's primarily all situational data, so where you are, what's happening. It's all transmitted using the telephony system. You call 911 and you tell the dispatch agent what's happening, where are you, all of that stuff. And with this company, the way that this new system works is you call 911 and you get a text to your phone. You tap on that link and then you're in a mobile browser instantly streaming audio and video and GPS data. So it's this really high fidelity situational information. Dispatch agent can then go and coach the person or advise them on what's happening, the caller. But then also emergency response, firefighters, police, they can join that live call and they can use it for tactical planning or to ask questions of the caller in real time. So pretty incredible use case. They're actually already running in 20% of 911 dispatch centers around the United States. So
wow.
It's really incredible, and it also brings a lot of meaning to what we're building at LiveKit and playing a small role in it.
It's really life-changing. It's very interesting how you have the entertainment side of it and the business side of it, and then you also have the security side of it.
Right. It is really interesting that it's so varied, and being able to kind of support all the different nuanced ways that someone wants to kind of build on this infrastructure. It's a testament to kind of how general purpose it really is and our design has been.
And a testament to your leadership as well.
I appreciate you saying that.
So what are you most excited for with LiveKit?
I'd say for the near term, it's really what you said. It's having this laser focus on just what our users need so that we can build the infrastructure that makes it much easier to build the applications that they're dreaming of. But in the long run, I'd say that the thing I'm most excited about is the potential for live audio and video to be used by more than just two humans communicating with one another. What do I mean by that? Well, I mentioned all these robotics use cases. Every one of these robots has an array of cameras and microphones built into them. That's the robot's eyes and ears. So that's one kind of example that I'm excited about. Another is this 911 company I mentioned. They're starting to do real-time firearm detection and license plate reading by taking video frames that come out of LiveKit and running that through an AI model to classify what is being seen in the video. And then there's a third example where there's a call center company. They're taking LiveKit and hooking it up to a large language model like ChatGPT. So now you can have a customer support call with an AI agent using voice and video instead of having to text with it. So those are all use cases that I think are pretty futuristic that I'm really excited about down the road.
And it doesn't seem that far out of reach. I mean, you're on your way there.
There's people already, experimenting with this stuff, and yeah, so we're just listening to what they're doing and watching what they're doing, and eventually I think we'll roll out more tools to make that stuff easier to build.
Absolutely. Well, we're very excited to follow. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story.
Thanks so much, Christina. I appreciate it.